Gulf Coast News on top of breaking news as several law enforcement agencies surround a house in Lehigh Acres. We're taking you to the scene and telling you what we're learning at this hour.
Plus, an accused child porn suspect is officially off the streets. We'll tell you how Cape Coral police caught up with their suspect. And the Sunshine State reporting its first measles case, what you can do to protect yourself. Gulf Coast News on top of breaking news. Right now, we're working to find out why law enforcement agencies were seen in a Lehigh Acres neighborhood this morning, just before 8 o'clock, along 29th Street Southwest and Devon Avenue South, just east of Gunnery Road. Neighbors tell Gulf Coast News the SWAT team, Lee County deputies, and police were there and surrounded a home with a damaged Mercedes-Benz in the driveway. We have reached out to the Lee County Sheriff's Office to get you more information. We'll let you know once we hear back. Breaking news out of Cape Coral. Police there arrest a man they say got child porn from social media. Cape Coral police say Michael Osborne is connected to a social media account that had multiple files uploaded and flagged that were suspected of containing child sexual abuse material. Police say he was also active in chat groups expressing interest in young girls. He's now facing charges. Just into the newsroom, Collier County deputies arrested a woman they say is involved in Walmart baby formula thefts all across Florida, including in Collier County. Deputies arrested this woman, Tamisha King, Wednesday after she allegedly took baby formula in 54 different incidents. The estimated value of the thefts, around $32,000. 2 incidents happened in Collier County were back on January 17th. The other happened on February 10th. The Walmarts involved include the one at US 41 and 111th Avenue North. The other is one along Collier Boulevard.
Vaccine is the #1 recommendation for prevention of this disease. And we have seen that it has prevented disease over time successfully.
Measles cases have been popping up in multiple states, most notably in Texas, where they now have nearly 160 cases. And now there is at least 1 case of the measles here in the Sunshine State. We now know it's a student at a high school in Miami.
Gulf Coast News reporter Mercedes Martinez is at Gulf Coast Medical Center in South Fort Myers with more on what we can all do to protect ourselves.
Measles cases have been on the rise in different parts of the country and now making its way here, with 1 child testing positive in Miami. Gulf Coast News spoke with experts at Lee Health who tell us who the most vulnerable are and how to stay safe.
Children are at the greatest risk, especially children under 2, because they're at higher risk for significant complications, serious illness, hospitalization, and measles can cause encephalitis. And children under 2 can be at risk for late complications.
Mary Beth Saunders, Assistant Medical Director of Infection Prevention at Lee Health, says vaccinations are recommended to help protect your kids from measles, one of the world's most contagious respiratory diseases. Saunders says since COVID, there has been a significant decrease in vaccinations of young children, meaning we may see one of the most vulnerable populations be at higher risk for measles.
The best thing we can do is, if your children are not vaccinated against measles, is to get the measles vaccine series. Speak to your physician about that and to get your children updated on those vaccinations.
Others that are vulnerable to this airborne virus are the elderly.
So, for instance, someone who may be in their 60s, early 60s, late 50s, there was a period of time when the vaccination for measles wasn't as effective as later versions. And so those folks may indeed be at greater risk.
If you're unsure if you're vaccinated, you can consult with your doctor. If you are 60 years old or older, you may be able to get a booster vaccine. I'm reporting outside Gulf Coast Medical Center in Fort Myers. Mercedes Martinez, Gulf Coast News.
In Cape Coral, Lee Health is going to be holding a ribbon cutting this afternoon for their new non-invasive cardiovascular lab expansion at Cape Coral Hospital. The facility is expanding more than 7,500 square feet. It includes more access to non-invasive cardiovascular services, tests, and scans. The lab will be located on the 1st floor of Cape Coral Hospital, and that ribbon cutting ceremony is at 1 this afternoon.
Today, HCA Florida Englewood Hospital is holding a hiring event. It's happening from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Suncoast Auditorium along Medical Drive in Englewood. HCA says they're looking to hire for several different positions, including nurses, technicians, and even speech therapists. If you'd like more information, just go to our Gulf Coast News app.
Lawmakers are now calling for a more thorough investigation into the insurance industry after a 2022 report claims companies justified premium hikes for policyholders in order to cover losses. But that came on the heels of executives distributing $680 million in dividends to shareholders and diverted billions to affiliates. Local insurance experts are criticizing the report. Insurance expert Mark Friedlander says there's no wrongdoing by insurers in this situation, but some lawmakers want the state attorney general to get involved.
Senior citizens on a fixed budget, working class families who are struggling to put food on their table are having money hijacked out of their pockets to feed these fat cat corporate executives.
I think the people of Florida should have the ability to look into it and read it themselves. And
Republican House Speaker Daniel Perez says Florida's Insurance and Banking Subcommittee will be getting to the bottom of the report and the claims. Right now, there's still no timeline on the investigation, but we do know the committee looking into it will have the power to subpoena and question witnesses.
From your Cape Coral News team, City Council is adding more license plate readers in the Cape at more than $100,000. License plate readers are already in place in dozens of locations throughout the city. In fact, some people now say it's invasion of their privacy. Gulf Coast News reporter Lacey Lee is in Cape Coral taking a closer look at where the process stands now.
Whether you're walking or even driving through downtown Cape Coral, you will see quite a few of these license plate readers like this one along Southeast 47th Terrace. And you can expect to see more of these cameras after City Council approved more money for them last night.
They're everywhere. You can't go anywhere without having someone watching you. And it's kind of getting obnoxious.
It's a technology helping police track stolen cars, catch wanted suspects, and speeders. These license plate readers are already scanning drivers all over Cape Coral in every hour. Cape Coral residents tell Gulf Coast News, though, they have a split opinion on these new set of eyes.
If you want to read my license, go ahead and read it. If I'm doing something wrong, hold me accountable.
If you ask me, it's a waste of money. We're putting money towards computerized things when we're still paying taxes for these cops to do their job, but really it's taking their jobs away too. It's not cool that we're spending $120,000 on nothing, honestly.
Cape Coral police have not said how many cameras will be installed or where they'll go. This also comes after the new addition of speed cameras in Cape Coral school zones across the city, and they went live this week. Reporting in downtown Cape Coral, Lacey Lee, Gulf Coast News.
A man in Lee County is expected in court in just a few hours to face murder and sex trafficking charges. In December of 2022, Lee County detectives flew across the country to arrest Sunni Rashad Jabari for the murder of Aldo Camilo. In 2015, Camilo was found with a gunshot wound in a burning car in Lehigh Acres. Then 7 years after that, detectives said witness statements helped connect Jabari to the crime. They say one of Jabari's crimes involved sex trafficking a 15-year-old girl. Jabari is expected in court at 1. We'll let you know what happens.
From your Collier County News team, a man is accused of grand theft and fraud impersonation for allegedly stealing more than $100,000 from a man in Georgia. Deputies arrested this man, Eugene Clayman, earlier this week at the Fifth Third Bank along Santa Barbara Boulevard in Golden Gate. Deputies say he stole at least $150,000 using a fake driver's license and a stolen credit card.
These are frequent cases, but the suspects are ghosts. And it's very hard to track down through the internet and digitally. I mean, you have people scamming folks overseas from different foreign countries.
Now remember, if you lose any important credit or debit cards, cancel them right away and also get new ones. If you see any suspicious transitions, be sure to report them to your bank immediately. Lee County Sheriff's Office now warning the public about some gift card scams going around. Now, gift cards really are an opportunity for criminals to steal the funds on them. Deputies say gift card thieves are printing their own barcodes and placing them on the back of unpurchased gift cards. Rather than placing funds on the card, the money actually goes towards the criminals. So when purchasing any type of gift card, make sure there's no signs of tampering. Parts of the U.S. dealing with severe weather will tell you about the systems that continue to hit different communities.
And Bregman swings, hammers it down the line to the corner. It is off the base of the monster.
And similar to how so many ball players use spring training to help get them ready to take a swing at the majors, broadcasters do the same. We'll introduce you to some of them lending their voice to the Grapefruit League.
I'm tracking a high brush fire threat across the Gulf Coast today. I'll show you what communities the threat is the highest.